Oh, God.
Look, it was a tough start, that's for sure. And now moving into the defensive side here on Sunset, they're not going to have control over the pace. That's something KC are definitely going to bring to the table. A quickened pace and a much faster play towards this B site as the plant should be coming in fairly soon. Nice and comfy.
Spike planted.
This is not going to be the easiest of retake. Attempting to try and close in the backlines as well. Obviously, Hoodie now taking over that Cypher. It seems like that role is going to be split between multiple players. Surprised Fatinho's not the one taking it, if I'm honest. I think Hoodie's breach is one I enjoy, but nonetheless, we'll see how they make this work. This is something that KC almost enjoy, getting into these post-plant scenarios. They now have that KO as well, which is going to add another layer in terms of the utility, and they may not even need it as they just slaughter every member of that Giant X squad. The HUD can't even quite believe it just yet.
It can't keep up, Tom, and I don't blame it, considering how things have been going so far. KC, like we said, we expected a quicker pace. It's nasty to see that B setup as well, though. When you play retake on this map, on this site in particular, it is so difficult to avoid just being spammed out from main. There's angles they can hide behind like this one. Really, it doesn't look like they're going to change a damn thing, but Giant X have opted to swap up the setup. Obviously, with pistols now, they'll stack up on backside. They'll give them the space, but when they look to take it at the last second, the pistols come around the corner, unfortunately. Martin wasn't so hasty to get around there, and he's got the full breadth of the KC attack to back him up.
Shock dart replay.
It's about as easy as can be, and listen, don't go in on Cloud, right? We're going to let him have one little lineup whiff.
Lineup? I don't know if that was a lineup.
He's been practicing that one for days.
My flank is clear at all times because I'm shock darting behind myself. Oh, for Purpo. This debut, it's definitely not started as he'd hope. Any damage he can do here would be nice. And it's not going to be happening. Narrate is going to add him to the death toll, getting ever... And they're not there. They're gone completely, all the way over to the other side of the map. You can even see Tomazi's got time to reclaim some of his utility, and I think soon, for Hoodie, the penny's going to drop because he's cleared the entirety of the A site. Finally, they're going to start their run back to the other side of the map. But now they do have that Thrash online ready. They expect them to be closer, Mitch. They expect them to be much closer.
So yeah, he brings it back. I was going to say... Oh, but it didn't really make it that far around the corner. That's not retrievable. Thrash here, a glorified recon drone. It buys them a little bit of time, but there's a drone on the other side. GX will claim back that space, seeing one, but they didn't see the player close. It was destroyed too quickly. Tomazi has the jump, but he loses the fight, and Narrate's now alone. He's good in these positions. Clutching! It's so good! That connection, clinical, and he doesn't even flinch.
The funny thing is as well is it's almost like he let the first player run across. Because the thing is, again, Giant X, I feel like they played that right. Hoodie runs across because he's low, and then Cloud is the one to peek. Narrate kills the peeking player and then goes back to the low HP one afterwards. I don't know if that's planned, intentional, but...
They have some tricks up their sleeve. One of them just shown, early mid push, flash into the double blast packs, but it hasn't worked. And again, the target seems to be the B site. Close nade, not going to clear out any traps. It's the most important one to clear because you just cannot shoot that one. And they send in the wingman, but not with the spike. It wasn't a misclick. Yeah, they intend to hit the A site. And look, well, the rotations, I think it's fair to say they've come in on B. There's a lot of Giants players on that B site.
It's the thing is as well, is what are you going to do in terms of utility to delay? Is Redguard going to use his paranoia here in an eco round? No. At least not until they get back into a retake scenario. Cloud at least having a weapon to play with is something. They're going to try and at least clear out mid. The fact is, though, KC, they're just playing this as a unit. Normally, you would have a lurker. Normally, you'd have a player behind. You don't need it when you've got such a high weaponry advantage.
It will be a question of damage. Even this early, a lot of KC players have low credits, and here comes GX, their chance now to make this costly. Good to start. 2-2 trades and keeping players close for the spike explosion, if it even goes off. In fact, Fatinho's got 3 in just about enough time. Tomazi needs to be quick, getting out of the smoke, and he's hit the diffuser. He might just have won them this. It's close on
he has as well! Oh, that's so disgusting!
Kills, and they're fighting tooth and nail for it, but maybe a little too much. Overcommitting to the duels, perhaps, until the support comes in. Cloud and Vitinho tying that one up nice and neat. And that is one hell of a change from the round we just saw. But the round we just saw was Vitinho going in 3 kills.
Many rounds.
Oh, what? That didn't get a kill. It barely
Okay.
scratched the surface, but not right. Okay, a return of something for KC. A Rolling Thunder still online. A Cloudburst as well, but I was going to say no chance to use the Rolling Thunder. Narrate's actually had a little bit of a whiff. Vitinho a little closer than he was expecting him to be. And these pistols now left for walkabouts. Magnum won't find the space. Shin will be left alone. And with the spike down, it's not really a chance for him to get out of this one with a win.
No, it would basically be down to damage. Can he do anything? Can he remove some weaponry? And you could see Giant X all grouped up as a unit, a firing squad that he should never be able to connect onto. And it will be another round onto the board for Giant X again, though.
Stun has actually caught Purpo,
Yeah.
which isn't ideal. But
Look
either
at
way,
the
there was
instant
no
rotation as well. That's the main thing. You already have yourself the majority of the players rotating over on the other side of the map to get themselves set up and ready. Now, the Thrash is at least going to clear some of the utility, but actually sending it forward is only going to slow them down. An immediate response off that Rolling Thunder, but the Showstopper is going to drop Redgar immediately. The flash through, however, is only going to garner a trade. And now that pushback coming through from the side of Giant X, making things more costly, making things close, as it will just be Tamazi left. A 1 versus 2 as they look to peak this one together. Great work from Giant X and a good round overall.
Yeah, another very good look from them. A great
Ready! I thought Martin might actually be able to get away with that, as he does get very far forward. Again, they make these rounds look competitive, but the amount of HP they've already lost should make this easy pickings for the rest of Giant X.
It would have to be a crazy round for them to recover. Even with the smoke down, those players aren't going to go barreling through. They'll give you the time that you want to get that spike planted, because they've got the numbers advantage to work with. I do like that they're just sticking together too. Just a blob of defenders. As I see Redgar go back the other way, get a little worried, but he's got the HP on them. And he was only holding it for a moment. 45 seconds, a ton of time. Looks like we're going round the world for both squads. KC might just get an open A site plan. But either way, this is the plan for Giant X all along. Let them plan. Yeah. Maybe we catch them off guard here or there, and then we play the retake as a team.
The big thing is how much utility is available for Giant X because of how fast-paced this round was for the side of KC. There's not really going to be any opportunities to wean out that utility. So you've still got Paranoia, you've still got Nade, Aftershock, Flashes, Stun. Like, they should have everything needed for them. Now, being in mid, they will be able to, or they should be able to hear what direction they need to go in. And the main thing for Giant X is that they don't get caught off guard. They don't make a mistake giving up a kill. And for now, at least, they are still sticking together as a unit. The only worry for me is they are moving very slow.
Yeah, the timer's going to be ticked away. There's some weapons to spam with. Narrate, not really. He's on the Vandal. A chance for Shin. We'll see. I mean, it's going to be down to blind look, essentially. They're willing to gamble this round with the lower HP on spam wins. It's not always going to work out. Defuse underway. Out of bullets. Spray from Shin is good. A few bullets connected. Narrate closes it. They gambled this round.
Players actually have within. Again, they're going to have themselves a free reign into the site. Now, bear in mind, there was early contact last time out. The afterplant didn't happen. And there was a lot in terms of the retake. They had a Rolling Thunder. Now, there is a Hunter's Fury available for Cloud, which he's going to try and throw through here. But he's actually had to give up on it, or, well, didn't have a choice because of the null command.
Yeah, had to give up on it very literally. Good ult by Magnum, countering it perfectly. Fight in towards spawn. They can't overcommit to this. GX are tucked in some nasty positions. In fact, it was Vitinho I was talking about. He's given it away as 3 look to push forward, but the reposition from Tamazi. You mentioned his Cypher looked good, but this is just him looking good. Fantastic play. And even though he's gone down to 4, he stopped Breach, Vitinho, from being able to put any util down, from being able to fight with his team. Maybe that trade would have changed the course of this entirely with the players in main 80 HP, 30 HP. They just needed that extra gun in the fight, but they couldn't get it.
Do we have a rule that we're not allowed to show Shin multi-frags live
Yes.
in the round? Because
Yes.
like before it was a joke, but I'm genuinely starting to believe it now. Now, don't get me wrong.
Zilv hates Shin.
We should have been following Tomazi there because he had the right position to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
the kills,
oh,
and then
100%,
Shin
100%.
just peeks and absolutely wrecks everyone. And this guy as well, like you have to think about the team he was in last year, his own individual level last year, it wasn't even comparable to what we're coming out from Purpo. Spots nothing, but gets them info.
Again, though, that info's worked well when it's an A-site play or a slow B. This time, though, much pacier again. And the paranoia has delayed them entirely. Shin just about snuck away from that bullet, dodged it. As GX look to wrap back around, that spike still needs to be planted. They want to take advantage of the chaos with quick kills coming in. And Thrash used up. It's actually caught them. Huge with Redgar. I don't know what's happening with that right there. But he's caught Redgar in the end. Bought some time perhaps for Tomazi to come up and find this quick kill, make it more awkward, but he's left in a 1v2. Tomazi to do it all. And the defuse down right underneath his nose. He's going to go for the spams instead, but they're off it. They're willing to run down this clock a little bit, and the cage didn't quite reach where it needed to. Purpo on his third kill of the round and gets GX a fourth.
Yeah.
Well, fighting to equalize this scoreline at the half. Giant X have quite a battle on their hands, looking for a B main crunch with lots of utility thrown through, but cancelled out. Well placed. Knife coming out of Magnum, but Shin's fallen to the spams. They're running through this util, and they're losing their lives to it. A showstopper used, confirms the round. Purpo even landing his third back to
away from this B site, feeling comfortable in their post plants once they can get there. That's what Giant X have been doing well, though. They've been stopping them getting there in the first place.
Well, that's it. Interrupting, disrupting these pushes. Last round it was inside B main. This time it's going to be market they fight for. Magnum quickly claims control. The retake on the backside, though, it's spiked down now under their control. Giant X might have something to work with. They know the Purpo's here. They know the site is lost. At least they're spotting that as we speak. A costly bit of information. Good blast pack, but the player's too close. Cloud got his double. They've shut down Purpo, leaving it to the 1 versus 1. The sneak around from the right, 45 HP, spotted, trap destroyed, headshot angle, but Hoodie hits the shot. 2 HP remaining. But it's enough just nationally and regionally. Last, I don't want to call it stage, but in kickoff.
Cover going out.
But that's not an accolade that they're looking for. They want to beat them. They want to take that spot in Shanghai, and it's going to be a long road for them. Even in this series, 6-6 pistol round, carry some weight. They can farm up some rounds. It could be good for them, but Redgar off to a poor start. He's dropped off rip, but it looks like they want to fight for spawn here.
Yeah, this might be the wrong call. There's a couple of players waiting. The flash should actually be able to catch Martini, dodges it, but still isn't able to take that fight. Magnum not quite quick enough on the trade. Narrate also looking to push in. He did damage early in the round to Cloud, keeping them low, but this death ball, the swing's coming out. It's not pretty for Magnum, but eventually he gets the job done. Left onto Cloud, dinked at the beginning of the round. Left on 20 to try and find 2. Spike planted, not in a bad position for him, but you can see Magnum already just pre-firing some of the shots. The smoke onto it is going to make things all the more difficult. Needs this kill immediately, and even the tap to the face isn't quite going to be enough. It will be KC.
Fight together. They use their utility off rip, stuns, nades. Actually, no, the nade wasn't even thrown out from Purpo there. I thought it was. I guess KC just using a lot of that utility to push Giant X back, but they've pushed them into a wide open A site, barring the traps.
This is the classic setup, though. KC absolutely love to play retake on this map, so they are more than happy to give up that space, allow for that plant to come through. The only real danger in this round is going to be Hoodie on the lurks. It's being checked for, but he is so passive that he's not going to be found. The only thing will be if he can hit that timing just right. The thing is, the main problem, that weaponry disadvantage.
They're close range, though. They got the numbers to work with. Cloud has somehow picked 3 with a classic in his hand. This is unbelievable. They shouldn't have had a chance in this round, and instead Cloud got 4 kills to force buy. Well, they didn't. They still won the round. Now we're neck and neck, and in fact, the ball's in their court. Weapons for the attackers and none for the defense.
There you go, Stinger.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Yeah, watch that get 4 kills.
It is Martin. When there's a will, there's a way. I don't know if the Mitchman curse is that strong, but we'll have to wait and see. Are they going to check? They are. No way that Tamazi survives much longer in that one. Magnum already gone. The rest of them just looking to run around the corner. And while Martin is the only one left, it will be 1 kill at least. But for the first time, well, I guess
Coming rounds, a big challenge for KC on their map pick, as their defense is now really under threat. This defense being challenged on the B side. Paranoia is used as they claim control of the site. It hasn't pushed anyone back though, because Tamazi is playing the retake. Part of the plan from the get-go for Carmine Core. And if they do go for the B main post plan, you've got a showstopper on Martin.
Hunter's Fury used proactively though. I like the idea. Purpo's been able to catch one as well. They've lost Redguard, but they're not allowing them to get into the retake. This adaptation from Giant X is wonderful. They know exactly what their opponents are going for. As said, we set up this map knowing that KC love to go for the retakes. If you think Pipson and Milan aren't also looking at those VODs and working out the way they want to play, and so far Giant X have done fantastically well just to be disruptive. Get in their face, put the Hunter's Fury through the second they're setting up, throw in Purpo to take some fights aggressively and just not allow those positions to be taken. Solid round from Giant X, and while, okay, the showstopper will still be there, the couple of rifles will still be there, as there's nobody even remotely close to clearing out these players. The problem though for KC, the double flashes. They're gonna want to push us. They're gonna want to send Martin in, maybe with that showstopper. So let's just wait and see. The thing is though, the read out from KC is fantastic. 4 players within this site this time. As said, most of the time they've been playing retake. The problem is they have given the game away.
They did. They did damage too. Purpo down to 40 HP. But all that utility coming through, the spams as well, it scared them. GX though might not be changing direction so much as changing their approach. Fighting for some mid control. Split through market possible here with still the B lurk. I'm expecting that's what they're aiming for. The smoke's on the left side of mid, not using it more passive like you'd expect to cover their
30 seconds
cross
left.
through. I think that's just trying to keep players in position. And to some extent, it's worked. As soon as they hear that util, the wrap is back around. The players move to the site. Magnum, good for 1. Showstoppers caught another, and this has slowed down the push from GX, but still, the man advantage isn't that far gone, but 12 seconds is the main
10
problem.
seconds
The
left.
plant needs to come through, and it looks like it will, but the blitz right afterwards puts them in the ground.
Oh, really good round from KC. Again, I don't mind the initial setup that we saw from Giant X. They were passive, they were patient, they were waiting for their opponents, but this time KC were just happy to stack up a site, get the read right initially.
Paranoia, they were waiting for the contact. 4 players here, and this looks more like they're trying to push Giant X back than to actually catch them with a quick play. Drone goes up, re-smoked, rolling thunder, time to run. Showstopper searching for a target but not found it. Martin dies in the end, and Thrash claims a target, but there's no way to capitalize on it. They've got to fall back. Giant X have earned that advantage.
God, this is now problematic for KC. A man down already, but I like the way that they're re-aggressing, trying to take back some control. It is being watched by Redgar, and there's a trip there as well. Giant X instead have just opted to slow right down. The thing is, with the re-aggression from this defense, they could catch them. Pop Flash looking to go over the top, trying to reclaim some space. They had the close angle cleared already by the Gecko utility, and Magnum is now going to clear Redgar, who seemed to be lost.
I think they genuinely didn't notice. The trap was broken behind in the chaos and the noise. I don't know, the flash would have helped that much, but they were definitely unaware. KC, though, unaware of the player towards the backside. Cloud's got the perfect position to pounce. He's found his one, but he won't get much more than that, and KC quickly stormed the site. I was all in on Cloud stocks there, but wow, they went plummeting.
Yeah, I don't think it helped that his entire team died. Only team still with points. Yeah. But of course, Giant X still stand in their way. We're at a 9-9 scoreline. It definitely isn't done yet, and it looks like we're going straight back in to what will be this B site take once again. Already though, set up immediately for a retake. Thomasy has just spammed through the smoke and managed to take 2 heads off while he's doing it. Taking over completely. The young man from Portugal could have had himself an ace. It's not going to be happening. Should have stolen it away, but dear Lord, that
Expand, and they're going to take another shot at it. Round
Yeah, okay.
disadvantage, but a man disadvantage now has been gifted to KC.
the peak there. I guess there must have been some sort of flash that was thrown out, but it clearly was dodged by Purpo. Able to find that opener, and it's not something I'm maybe a little bit overconfidence from KC after the last round. I can't really blame them.
I know exactly where you
Already, information going to be taken. You can see immediately Tomazi's going to rotate in to try and take a little bit of extra space off the back of the TP as well. They're going to try and fake information that there's less players on A. I like the idea, using the From the Shadows to try and bait things out a little bit, although it will have been heard. They've got the right players in the right place at the right time.
It's all about how this blitz comes down after, and it looks like it won't come down at all. GX just back out. KC, what did they hear? What did they see? They're rotating off the A site completely. They're stacking
30
up this
seconds
B
left.
site. I mean, the read is once again absolutely perfect from a dead Magnum. And now this play through, they're running into Tomazi. They try to deal with him, but they don't know how many more players are waiting. The flash through even catches Hoodie. They know where he is. That flash gave it well away, and Hoodie, well, he'll try his
10
best, at least
seconds
finding the
left.
first.
I have retrieved
Swinging
the
up
spike.
close, he doesn't know there's a player in the corner, and I heard a few more bullets than I should have, but he got there in the end.
Martine now invested into the operator as well, and it is another buy for Giant X, but this is slipping.
It is, and they're down to their last legs in terms of credits. Ults, you know, they could come online towards the end. Maybe Purpo and Cloud were particularly looking at a good plant or orb claim for Vitinho, and he's been doing pretty well in terms of kills. Reflash out from KC, mid-control taken, guaranteed by the fact that nobody was spotted by the Dizzy. They'll move towards
he's
this
got the
B
whole
side
team.
and the side of GX, but look at that. 5 agents have been suppressed, have been detected, and that op is going to be trained on the angle. The smoke up. Well, it'll allow them to still get them when they come through. Of course, the flashes you're expecting to see. Nade going to slice up this attack a little bit. Purpo isolated, spam down. Tomazi takes him in the open, and the camera's getting all the information all the while. They have no idea that they're being spotted. Caught in 4K as Case.
Left.
Well, I think this one's sealed, signed, and perhaps delivered. Cloud, 20 seconds. They are waiting, biding their time, knowing he can't get that spike planted and kill us all in time. And with 12 left, it's a formality as to when and how he goes down, not if. Of course, it's Tomazi